Da 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 da. Hey, you quiet down in there. You over here rattling, shaking your maracas. Ay ay ay. Oh, timber rattlesnake shed. Ooh. Whoa. Hello, hi everybody. This is old Chris with Reptiles and Oddities, and I've started carving the phone for the little bearded dragon. So hot damn, we're gonna get a little closer to getting her closure done. Da 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 da. And if you're not subscribed yet to this channel, well, I'm probably gonna have to hunt you down, and I don't know what else is gonna happen. But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, sit back, relax, watch me carve some foam that I found on the side of the road into a beautiful piece of rock. So yeah, well, also I gotta tell you a little bit of update, good news about this reptile room. So currently we're sitting at about 90 degrees. So we have Old Faithful on this side of the room, and then another 20 feet down this way. Yeah, this room's about 30 feet. We have another heater sitting over here on top of the boas. I'm actually going to get a bracket over here that builds, so I can build a little tabletop, I guess you can say, on the wall, a shelf to put the heater over there. But that's going to work for now. We got a few more months of this cold weather, and then we'll be heating back up. And then I will not even use heat in this room because this room's going to get nice and warm. So, my boas, nice. I'll get y'all in y'all's new enclosure. Definitely. I gotta get that one done. So, yeah. Okay. Awesome. So let's go out here. Turn the light out. Go out here. So, guys, this is that foam. Well, these are the pieces I haven't used yet. So, what's good is I have some pieces left over. I can possibly use that for my timber rattlesnake enclosure, which is sitting on the bottom there. But we're not talking about that, even though some pieces to the bearded dragon enclosure is in the timber rattlesnakes enclosure. So, but the main focus is the top one right here, Saphira enclosure. If y'all can already see it, goddamn, thank y'all. Thank you very much. If y'all can already see it. If you can't, just, hey, just wait. This thing is just glue, and this is its first stage. It's a really rough outcut. These are some rocks that are going to be hanging on the side of the walls. Two is going to go over there. One's going to go over here, kind of next to that bridge right there. But then all these are stacked up 3 or 2 times, and it's because once this glue dries, we're going to spray probably 2 or 3 cans of spray foam in here, lock everything down, and then once the spray foam cures, we'll come back and start carving the living daylights out of this. Give it all the little details, all the little cracks and everything. It's not going to be perfect because, one, nature is not perfect. So it's just a bunch of carving and sculpting. It's going to bring this foam closer to being like rock. And then once you dry lock it, then that's whenever the rock actually starts to come alive. That's when you do your final touches to bring it absolutely to 100% to life. So, like I said, the whole idea is this is nice and thick, so therefore we can kind of carve it down into it. It comes out a little bit, so we can kind of carve this way and just give it all different details. The bridge right there is going to be a little thinner bridge. This is going to be kind of contoured out, then goes back in. This is going to kind of have a contour down, and it kind of wraps around, while this one also is going to wrap and kind of come down. This is going to be a nice cave for her. She can go back in there, go here. But again, like, this is not going to be this tall here. This is actually going to be pretty low to the ground. It's just I want enough meat on this so I can carve it down to where I want it. So none of it's perfect or anything like that. You also have another cave back here that I'm going to build up for her. So she's going to have plenty of caves. Oh, sorry, back to the video. But she's going to have plenty of caves to get in if she wants to get into a darker spot. She's going to have elevation. She's going to be able to climb through here. She's going to be able to get up on top of there if she wants. She's going to be able to get onto this little bridge, because yeah, that bridge is a little thin. But again, I might actually change it. I got enough foam. I could actually make a piece that connects here and kind of wraps over here to the rock that's going to stick on up here. So yeah. I don't know. Right now, the only thing I know is like these pieces. You see some of the glues dripping there. I've actually used wood glue, Gorilla wood glue. It's the only glue I got. Hopefully that works. So we're giving it a shot, and it seems like it works really good. And then after that, the foam and dry lock's really gonna lock it all down. This stuff will not come apart. For instance, I'll show you. This stuff right here. This is extremely hard to take apart, and that's what I did. I used Gorilla Glue holding this foam together, and then I put coats of dry lock on it, and then I hit it with white paint to do it. I just don't like the color because it looks kind of pinkish. I'm going to change the color on it, but that's going to be for this enclosure. This was in a wooden, this foam was for a wood enclosure, but things have changed, so it's going into this 90-gallon enclosure. Along with some wood, so it's going to be really nice and all. They're going to look like a canyon gorge on this one, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. So again, hopefully the wood glue dries good and cures and adheres to this foam correctly with these temperatures that we're going to have tonight. But you can hear the water still running because the snow is still melting. So yeah, but I will tell you this, what's gonna suck is these past 2 paychecks I've literally been $200-300, so I'm falling way behind on bills. So I don't know what all material that I'm gonna be able to buy to finish this out fully. So it might take a little bit longer. Y'all just gotta bide time, but I probably will do this is get this all foamed up and get it carved, and then that'll be part 1, and then y'all can come back and watch part 2 once I get a little bit of money to buy a can of dry lock and the pigment to change the color of the dry lock. So yeah, hard times, but I can see the light of the tunnel. I already can see it. So yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, but again, we're going to talk about this enclosure. Enough downy down stuff. This rock will go here against the vent right there. This one is going to go back in the back over there, while this one is actually going to kind of hit this side around this vent. So I can put this rock, okay, I can put that rock right there, and then I can cut me a piece of foam. Oops, sorry, hit the bike. And actually, I have this foam right here. I'll tell you this, guys, y'all gonna carve foam, jigsaw was perfect. I got all those edges just perfect, and actually had to go slow like a sewing machine. If sewing machines are slow, but yeah. But I could do something like that. It just falls. Yeah, I didn't have no glue or anything on this. But yeah, I could do something like that right there, and then connect it with the rock. Maybe break that piece off a little bit, and then boom, bada bang, bada boom. Do something like that. So the ideas are still rolling in. My mind, if y'all have ADHD, you'll understand. My mind is like a book that has just a bunch of images, and then randomly it stops. So my mind's constantly changing on ideas for this. But what's cool is it's in its first state. We're just gluing pieces together, trying to get a really, really rough look to this thing. And then, like I said, come back tomorrow, spray foam in it, lay it down on its back, and then just spray foam in it and let it set and let that foam cure. Then come back with a bunch of tools, random tools. I don't know exactly all I'm using, but we're just going to use whatever I have to carve this foam out to get to the look that I want prior to dry locking it and really getting its real texture. So, okay, well, I can smell the tacos cooking, so the taco meat. So I'm gonna go in there and help take care of the kids. But for y'all, the next, I don't know how many minutes, be all a time lapse of the foam and carving this. Woo! Okay. Getting back at it. Blow that off, make sure you get a full connection. All right, back at it. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, the battery died on this thing, so I'm having to recharge it. So we're probably going to be pause this video for a while, then I'll come back, start carving again. But I can do a little bit more to this, but most of the work is going to come from that brush right there. Now this is just a 2-inch or a 1-inch wire brush I got from the store. Now I like to go with the smaller brushes because you can do more detailed work in here. And as you can tell, and you look at this, I mean, you don't want this, okay? You don't really see this in nature. So we're still going to come back, and I'm going to at least cut the stuff up to where it's not so bubbly looking. But this is pretty damn good right here. See, you just want, like, I guess you can say a groove. See, when you're doing this kind of carve work here, think of like rain, erosion, stuff like that, nature. Go out into nature, go to rock cliffs, go to different rock formations, and just look. Google image stuff. I mean, get really good detailed pictures. Take your phone, take your professional camera, and just take pictures of landscapes and then kind of look at it. Zoom in and all the cracks and everything, and then that'll help you at sculpting this. See, like I have seen stuff like this to where it comes out and zigzags through here, so that's what I was doing, because this will actually end up coming running off here, and you'll see it come here, and then you'll see it come down to this crack right here, and then boom, ground. But that is just like, for instance, if rain dumped a crap ton of rain over hundreds and thousands of years and it started eroding like that. So now what I still got to do, I still got to come in and make some lows, highs, and then come up and ultimately make this to the highest point in the aquarium versus these side stones right here. So yeah, and you don't want like a straight edge, right? I know sometimes you do see a straight edge like that, but I don't want straight edge. I want it kind of rounded. Now, like I said, but remember this, when you're doing foam and you're going to come back and do dry lock, if you do like a small imprint in this, like a small little crack in here,
when you come back over with dry lock, you're not going to see it. So you really want to be a pronounced crack like that is. That's in there. That's pretty far in there, like to here. So that's good, about half an inch. And I'm going to open it up a little bit more, so therefore when I dry lock it, it'll be good. Like I said, I still got all this to do. I still want to come back and just rough this all up. Now, another thing too is I'm not worried if I scrape my dry lock off of the background, because I am coming back and I am going to paint this whole thing inside with another or multiple layers of dry lock, and then I'm going to tint it from there. So this is going, if I scrape it and wood starts showing, it's going to get dry locked again, so it'll be just fine and all. But everything is locked in here good. This is the only thing that I'm going to be worried about. If I cut too much off of here, this might actually start trying to fall. But as long as I sprayed a sponge into here and into here, so it should be locked in the middle pretty well. So but yeah, this is before and this is kind of after. So yeah, it is making a lot of mess in here, but which I've got the substrate down in here, so it's actually catching a lot of this. I'll get a vacuum cleaner and I'll vacuum everything up in here. So yeah, look at that. That's just a lot, but it's coming out pretty damn good. So yeah, just let the battery charge, and I'm gonna go throw my GoPro back on the charger. It's at 52%. I'm gonna charge it back up. I need multiple batteries, but yeah, for instance, when I'm meaning like more pronounced cuts in here, sorry, I'm backtracking. You see this all right here? Yeah, that's gonna look really good right here once that dry lock covers. And who cares about the line right there? When dry lock goes over it, you're not gonna see that whatsoever. You just, like I said, you want to make sure you carve a lot of this off. Remember, if it's shiny, it doesn't want to stick. So I don't know if that's true about dry lock. Just in case, I want to scrape the first top layer of the foam completely and get down, and then, like I said, make my designs, then come back with dry lock, and then that's whenever the real coloring comes up. But this is the magic right here that gives your backbone to your enclosure, and you can like I said, detail it how you want. So now let's go over this again. The dragon has a cave in here. See how far my hand goes up in here? All the way through here. She can go there. And look, see my hand? She can come out here. So she can go there. She can climb up here. She cannot get behind here. So she can climb up here. She can climb up here. She can climb up through there and actually get up on top of there, get up there and over here. Hell, she might even be able to get up here. So this all will be nice red sand. So, and again, the background will be like that more sandier reddish texture, just like the Australian rock is. So yeah, I'm going to try to make this look pretty close to like an Australian kind of background. So yeah, and like I said, this is probably going to be the same kind of step I'm going to do with the boas with their humongous aquarium or enclosure.
It is carved. Oh my God, I got stuff in my eyes. When I flipped it over. Oh damn, dude. It's carved. Into this trash can. Okay, the enclosure is carved out. Well, not the enclosure, the foam. So, yeah, now let me kind of explain to you what I used to do this. I've used three things. One, I've used a knife for the little hardened end pieces to get to. I used a bandsaw, or not a bandsaw, I forgot, a handsaw saw blade. Use it by hand because I got tougher skin, so it doesn't cut me. Of course, I'm not getting too crazy with it. Then I use a drill with a 1-inch brush on it. Now, if you have a bigger enclosure, like the 8-footer one that I'm about to do, I'm probably going to end up going to get a bigger, bigger brush, because that's going to take forever to get done. So that's really it. Okay, just go to town. I have a picture that I'm kind of going off of for reference, even though I can't show it and I don't want to go identical. I still wanted to make my own style. There's some high points I went off on that to recreate this, but I can't show it to y'all because of copyright laws. But yeah, but as you see in here, you don't have no uniform edges. Everything's rounded out. You have runs in here that look like erosion from water, different contours and stuff like that. And these lines right here, or these transitions from yellow, the spray foam, to gray, the SPS foam, don't worry about that. When you dry lock it, it's all going to be covered in one uniform color. And yeah. Again, we have a cave here that starts here, goes way back there, goes through here, and even comes out of here. My dragon can get up here. I'm probably going to carve a water bowl in this to set in there to make it like a water pool that you see on some of the rocks over there in Australia in some videos. And then this, she has the higher point. She can get up high if she wants and lay up there. She can even get up in here if she wants to, or get down here. She can get all over this place. And the good thing about dry lock, it has a sandier texture to it, so therefore her nails will be able to grip onto good in it. And I don't know, I might try to put a piece of driftwood in here that goes from here all the way up to there, so she can lay on the driftwood too. And yeah, that's going to be in part 2. This is part 1 of just carving this foam, because one, I don't want this video to be extremely long. So I'll get more tactical with on dry locking and the coloring and all that stuff to make this more realistic. So, but yeah. So, okay, flip the camera around and talk some more. And on the US right now, the fire that's happening out in LA, it's so devastating. My prayers go out to everybody out there. It's been real difficult. I know the city will rebuild, but it's just devastating what's happening out there. For everybody that got snow, well, we're starting to dry out and it's melt down here where I'm at. We're supposed to get another round of this stuff, so hopefully everybody's prepared, and hopefully y'all don't get too cold, and definitely hopefully the animals don't get too cold. Dear God, I got a disaster plan ready in case I lose power. So just hopefully we don't lose power. Ooh, God. But okay, guys, I'm getting out of here. Hey, if you want to see part 2 on me dry locking this enclosure, this one right here, the foam, make sure you subscribe, hit those notification bells, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.